Hello everyone, we're group 32 of the Human Factors course, and this is the second assignment. We will be doing a video pitch today. The product that we chose to analyze in user tests is the remote control that you can find in Atlas. It's in the study rooms and the students and professors use it. It turns on the lights and turns them off, and you can adjust the intensity with it as well. As you can see in the picture here, the design is quite interesting and very complicated for just something that turns on lights and turns them off. Here the label is turned backwards. There's buttons that you can go right, left, and here there's a label indicating the intensity from 1 to 4. But it's the main problems that we found with it were the design of the buttons is unclear. Like, there is not 4 lights in the room, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and going right to left. It is confusing to understand what buttons do. And for example, the one that signs the O here does not turn the lights on. And for example, 2 left can turn it off, and then 4 right can turn it on. It's quite weird and not easy to understand. The design of the label itself is very confusing too, because it indicates the light intensity and measurement of lux, which is not universal and not something that the average person probably has an idea of what 500 lux means in the context of room lighting. There is an extra component here. I'll show you in the product. That this part as well during the user testing, many people did not even find it, and when we asked them to find it, they didn't understand what it did, what it had to do with the product. There's really too many elements in the product itself to use, and the users were all quite confused and had trouble using the product. The shape also is quite robust. It's hard to, just for a light switch, it's quite big and an interesting design in itself too, just to say the least. And for the solutions, we decided on 3 solutions, and the first one is eliminate the label and change the button layout. The second one is replace the buttons with the rotatory style knob that, for example, like this, that you can find in rooms nowadays. And the third one is change the buttons on the right to make them have only one purpose, because the right to left is quite unnecessary, it doesn't do much. And when we come to analyze the benefit and costs from the solutions that we found, here you can see a table that we made according to production, implementation, efficiency, memorability, universality. The first solution is the one that we scored the highest in terms of being easy to produce, since you can just open this section of the product and change the label here. And the memorability and universality is quite clear to, it's much more easier to at least change. The second solution is the one that replaces the buttons with a rotatory style handle, but this one would need to be, the product would need to be called back and it would need to be produced again, and it would be much more harder and much more costly to produce. And then the third one is we essentially wanted to change the left and right options here, because they're very unclear, and we could just change them with the button, but then efficiency would be much less instead of this first solution. So the design that we wanted to come up with is this one. Here you can see we wanted to change this label to intensity wise, on, front to off, and here you can see a much more universal design where they can see where the light intensity is higher, medium, and lower. And this product will be much more easier to change overall and much more clear to use. That's it. Thank you for listening.